Hello YouTube, Devin here again, and I got a special helmet from you. This helmet is from the fashion capital of the world. It's actually an Italian helmet, and when I first got it off a trade from Mike B. I traded him a Solberg and a brand new Army ECH, and he traded me a Polish helmet and this Italian one, and I'm most excited about the Italian one here because these are incredibly hard to find, because Italy's a lot like Canada and they don't let any military surplus leave the country for any reason whatsoever. So, and yeah, so I'm really glad to get one of these because they're impossible to find outside of Italy unless somebody's literally willing to risk a huge fine if it gets caught by the post office to send it out of Italy, which a lot of people aren't ready to do. But he's acquired quite a huge batch. And he sells them on his eBay store. So I'll leave a link to his channel and his store in the description if you guys really want to buy one of these while they last. I don't know, by the time you're watching this video they may very well be gone. But this is a very interesting helmet. Now, you might shy away from it by some of the things I'm going to say, but please stick around to the end because what I say might surprise you. So this is Italy's current issue helmet, and it's pretty much a Pazgat. Looks just like a Pazgat. It's the same shape and everything. It seems a little bit more close fitting than the Pazgat, because this I wear a large Pazgat and that seems bigger than this shell wise, but they have a slightly different liner in it, and I think it's a nicer liner, but I also like this kind of smooth finish they have over it. I don't know if it's like enameled or if they put plastic over it or if it's paint or what it is, but I like the finish of this helmet very much. It's got the same exact kind of screw positions as the Pazgat pretty much, except it's a little bit, the ears aren't as bowed out as much as on the Pazgat, so the ears are a little bit closer to the helmet. So, but this helmet is, we'll give you the full 360 here. You can see the 6 screws around it. This helmet is pretty much brand new. So not only is it not a really beat up one, but it's really nice. And as you can see, most of the screws are pretty level except for the one here in the rear. That one's a little bit lower. It's about 1.5 inches lower than all the other ones. So, as well as the earpiece, the skirt chin strap, not chin strap, well, it does hold on the chin strap, but the skirt screws are a lot lower on this one than they are on a Pazgat. So, but we'll take a look at the liner, and you can see the liner is made out of this kind of green, thick nylon webbing. It's a lot wider. It's 1.5 inches nylon webbing instead of 1 inch, compared to the US where they use 1 inch for pretty much everything. So, and it's got this green leather. It's got pretty much a green leather sweatband. And the sweatband is held in place by metal clips, just like you would find in early Pazgat or like M1 style chin strap. But this one is padded, so it's really nice. It's kind of a very supple leather too. So it feels really good against the skin. And they have this foam covered leather crown pad. And the normal kind of Pazgat style webbing, but behind that they have this big kind of spider shaped foam pad for an impact liner like you would find on a parachutist type Pazgat, but these come standard in all of the Italian Pazgats. So there's the stamp there. You can see, I'll try to get it so you can read it here with my lighting, but it says I don't speak Italian here, but it says Esercito Italiano Tencarespa Centenario number 3819 DIREP period TG 2DA, size 57 or 58, and it has the NATO stock number, which would be 8415-15-117-2336, and this is it's either the serial number or the lot number, and this is 21,144. So it's I have no idea. I don't want to read Italian, but if you speak Italian or read Italian or I'm good with translators or anything like that, feel free to tell me what it says. I would love to know, because I'm lazy and I'm not going to do it. So But it's a very comfortable helmet. Now, the only thing I don't like about this helmet is the inside of the helmet's finish. It's very rough and crude. It's like the glue that they used to put on the rim. It ran over and it left this very rough, very hard, kind of sandpapery, gritty feel on the inside for most of the helmet. Now, your skin doesn't really touch that, but it feels crude. But I guess that kind of represents Italian manufacturing. They've always been kind of behind the rest of the world in that regard. They tend to do everything a little bit subpar, but you know what? Hey, who gives a shit if it looks bad if it works, right? So it's kind of like how the British do their stuff. But now we're going to get into the biggest gripe I have about this helmet, and that's the chin strap. It's a 3-point chin strap, but the chin strap is set really far back, and there's no cup on it. So you either have to put this on your chin where it can slide off, all right, very easily, or you have to put it above your chin but under your lip, again, where it can slide off very easily in the event of a blast, or you have to carry this under your neck, right, where your neck kind of folds and it pinches and it binds and it's very, very uncomfortable. But that's also, I'm guessing, for ease of manufacture. And they did okay by putting the same kind of leather that's in the liner on this chin strap. So I feel like depending on how you wear it, it can be personal preference, but I could see, like, in a blast, if you wore this on the edge of your chin, like you would normally wear, like, a chin cup, where you would place this like a normal chin cup, like right on the point of your chin, or even up between your chin and your lip. Like, I've seen people wear it like that, where this would be good, like with the German helmets and their specifically designed breakaway chin strap, where during a blast, it would fly off rather than try to jerk your head off. So it seems like it would be good in that regard, but it's just very uncomfortable, and there's a lot better ways to do this. So I wonder what inspired them to take this approach to it. So it's also very awkward to adjust, because you see how these just kind of slide back and forth. There's only adjustment here at each of the temples. There isn't any adjustment in the back, so you have to do everything and it has to slide and move around, and it seems very unstable. But when you have it on your head, it just seems to work. I mean, you have to fiddle with it a little bit, but it seems to work, and it's not too uncomfortable. So, I mean, is there better options out there? Yes. Is this a very simple, cheap way to do it, and does it work? Yes. So you have to give Italy props on that. I mean, it does work. I mean, there is better ways to do it, but, you know, this works. So why change it? Especially if this is what soldiers are used to. You don't want to start introducing new shit that they can fuck with and break, because historically, when you introduce something new and fragile and different to soldiers, they either tend to reject it entirely, or they find some way to fuck it up and break it, and they find all the problems with it right away. So this is very little to go wrong on it. This entire helmet liner, this entire helmet actually overall has very little to go wrong on it. It's a very rugged, very sturdy design, and I see why they use it. But compared to as new as this helmet is, there is way better ways to go about the things that they did on it. So now we'll compare it to, like, the US standard, the good old ACH. This is size large ACH, and I wear a size 58 European size, and here's the ACH compared to it. And as you can see, the ACH is a little bit taller, it's a little bit wider, and this is a little bit longer because of the bill, but other than that, I'm guessing it would be probably about the same length. So, but compare it to the side now. You can see the similarities where most countries are going to this kind of shape and design. But you can see how this is a bigger overall helmet than this, and I like helmets that fit more snug to your head, because they tend to not get in the way as much. They tend to make it easier to sleep and do relaxing things while it's still on your head. It's easier to rest. It's easier to, it's not as much weight either. It tends to be the closer it is to your head, the less weight it has, which makes your life a lot easier when you're wearing this for God knows how many hours a day. It seems nicer. So this is lighter than the ACH. The ACH is a heavy helmet, to be honest. A lot of people think it's the gold standard, and it really is probably in the world. It's a reasonable design, offers reasonable coverage for reasonable weight, but there is better options out there. So I'm not singing the praise of the ACH, but I'm not singing the praise of this Italian helmet either. But I would probably honestly rather have the Italian helmet than the ACH. So just my matter of opinion. You can voice your opinions on here. If you have a favorite helmet, I'd love to hear what your favorite helmet is, historical or modern. Drop me a line. I'd love to go over some facts and stuff and things about like that, and hear why your reasoning behind which is your favorite and everything like that. But till then, I hope you guys like the video. I hope you guys leave a comment. I hope you want to see more. There's plenty other videos on my channel. If you're a new watcher, please go through and watch all of them. I will read all and reply to all the comments, unless they're just filled with hate and stuff like that. Even on all the way back to my first video, I will reply. So if you have any questions, or if you need help identifying something, or anything else, if you want to suggest topics for future videos, or if you have any input on how I can improve the channel, let me know. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.